Ah, beautiful day. Let's quickly take a look at how our base is doing. It's doing okay. It's okay. Perfect. How much ammo we got? Ah, we're doing okay with ammo. Don't really have to worry about pirates right now. Oh, sorry. Forgot to introduce myself. My name is Thomas. And I am one of the survivors of the crash. And I am probably thinking, crash? What? Survivor? Yeah, a few days ago. We were in a battle with some pirates and didn't really end that well. Got attacked. Well, yeah, of course we were in battle. They hit us hard. They got our engines and we basically fell to the earth. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere. We managed to set up this little base before they got back. Sadly, we didn't really have enough ammo to defend ourselves, and they got some good hits on us. So yeah, that's pretty basically explains why we are over here and what's happened. I'm one of the 3 survivors of the crash. My friend Kevin, Kelvin, and me. Yeah, we just managed to survive barely. We're like on low HP. We didn't have enough. Didn't have enough resources. It wasn't a great time at first. Managed to set this base. Told you. We managed to get a few ships, and we managed to actually get ourselves back up. We haven't really found anybody else on this planet. We just called Earth in order to have a little bit of a reference. Really, this isn't actually Earth. It's a weird planet. It has patches of ice and not ice. Like over there, ice, not ice, ice, not ice. You know, oh, actually snow, but I managed to make this little ship over here. Well, little. It's pretty big for what it's actually supposed to do. Yeah, let's get a little bit to the basics. Let's start a little bit of the story. So when we crashed, we instantly assigned some tasks to each other. My friend Calvin would be base control, so he will make all the bases, grant permissions about bases and that sort of stuff. I got the airspace and space. So yeah, and my friend Kevin, as you can probably guess, he goes about rovers and that sort of stuff, but everything that drives on the ground. So this way we would not get any fights about if I'm able to make a base anywhere. They would say no, but I would say yes. No, we would get a fight. So yeah, that's basically how we're gonna fix this all. Or we're not gonna get in fights. But the next day, I came with the idea on making a base right in the mountain, and we did that. We actually got a little bit of a small base set up in the mountains. First, we actually lived in the crash, but that wasn't enough for us. We wanted a small little base, so we started building this little base. It's not fully completed yet, as you can guess. As you can guess, right over here. This still needs to be hollowed out, make some walls, probably make some living rooms, quarters. Over here we got a refinery. Let's go take a look at the refinery. And also over here we need to patch this hole. Yeah. So over here we got the refineries. This refinery is complete with some upgrades. Refinery is still being built and working. That's not working. Okay. Well, let's give it something to work with. There we go. Some iron now. Over here we got the assembler connected with every other conveyors. So these actually tubes actually act as the conveyors. We could really design that and that sort of stuff. In order to make the base not look ugly. Still need to fix this roof entirely. Over here we got the large cargo container with a crap ton of storage in it. And we got this thing, which will be a surprise for you guys soon. Oh wow, it's being dark over here. Let me turn on the lights. I think it's gonna be a surprise for you guys later. This thing is gonna improve everything, like a crap ton. So, what else can I tell you guys about the story? Ah yeah, I remember. So, a few days after that, we thought we were not. They thought we were dead. We thought, well, we thought that they thought that we were dead, the pirates and that sort of stuff. Apparently, they know we are alive and they are searching for us. As you can see in the distance over there, it's pretty hard to see. You can see one of the bases. They started making bases on this planet. Either they just want to colonize over here, or they actually want to know that we're alive and they're searching for us. So when we found out that I was actually, on this planet, we instantly took some measures, and we made some turrets. We didn't have enough ammo though. The first wave came in, and which was a lot of those drones. As you can see, they're all scattered around. That thing over there, I will tell you about that thing later. But well, yeah, we got some of those enemy ships shot out down of the sky, and some of them came through, destroyed solar panel of the base. We managed to shoot it down with our own guns, like this one, and yeah, that didn't really go so well. So then we decided, well, we need some defenses. War defenses. So what Kevin did, he made a little bit of a roof over there with a Gatling turret on top of it, and I started making a fire. The first day of the fire didn't go so well. I flew the fighter, I fought some of the drones, sometimes got a little bit of damage, but if I'm right, it was like the day after that, the fighter sadly got shut down. Rest in peace, fighter. Wasn't that big of a fighter, it was a little bit of an easy made fighter. We didn't really have enough resources. Also a little bit about this thing over here, why we have it over here. So that thing's getting very close to our base. I'm worried that it will see our base. Where there's a dropship? Where's that transport courier? Yeah, we gave them some names, so we know what size they have, what they're meant to do. We've seen some of them in action. We see transport couriers coming around a lot of times, so we're gonna guess transport. And the dropship, well, we saw we drop some shit. So we're just naming those dropships. More about this thing over here. Well, sorry, I got a little bit distracted by that thing over there. We found one of them almost entirely intact. The drones, when it was over. And with my welder ship, which was powerful enough, lift this thing. I brought this one over here, and then we found another one which was actually almost entirely intact. But I messed up and I dropped it from a too high height. Yeah. As you can see, that this thing didn't really survive that well. I gave Kevin permission to complete this thing entirely. So. Why is that thing not working? Whatever. So, yeah. First few days didn't go so well. How about that thing? A few days after the fights, we decided it was time to give them a payback. What we did is we made some. Oh, by the way, those drones, They didn't have any cameras. They were remote controlled. Well, they were not really remote controls. So the pirates don't know we're here. They don't know anything. That's the good thing. But we're gonna guess they already know where we are because a lot of ships have flown right over our base. Sometimes stop right in the air. We were scared as hell when that happened. Thinking they were gonna drop some, because it was actually a drop ship. For us. Now don't worry about this thing. We decided it was time to give them payback. What we did is, with our jetpacks, with some guns, we decided it was time to get some payback, and we tried capturing one of the transport couriers. That went without any flaw. Then the flaw came. Our turrets. It thought it was still controlled by an enemy, and it kinda shut it down when we were controlling it. Yeah, that didn't really go so well. So yeah, now the pirates know we're here, and they're probably searching for us still. Or they already know where we are. So the next few days went great. We didn't have any trouble with pirates. I asked Kelvin if he can make a hangar. He's still not done with it. Let's see. It has already been a few days, and he has not really done a lot on it. Probably more building on the inside right now. Also, if you want to know why this is over here, because it's connected to the base. And we're planning on actually making the power supply go right in these blocks to our base. So then I decided it is time to make a big ship, because we have to go to space sometime. And so I made a ship. I was not prepared. I had no turrets on it. I thought the pirates were no longer orbiting the planet. I was wrong. They were orbiting the planet. So what happened is I went to space with this thing. Of course, with my friends inside because we were celebrating the launch. What happened? We reached space. Our radar started beeping like a crap ton. I was like, okay, that's not normal. I looked at the radar and I saw an enemy ship incoming. And I was like, shit. What happened was it shot our ship. A massive gap came over here and over here. Yeah, it wasn't going that well. One of our hydrogen tanks got shut down. It wasn't really a great time. What we did, we went back to the Earth. We made Gatling turrets. This missile turret came later. We didn't really have the resource for it. The Gatling turrets, yeah, they are doing a good job. They're defending my ship really good. So recently we also got attacked by 3 fighter drones in space because I wanted to go to space again. My friends highly, said to not do it. But of course, I'm a little bit of a pain in the ass to them. And I'm like, screw you, I'm going to space. So I launched my ship and they were like, Thomas, come back. Come back. And I was like, nope. Turn communications off. I want to go to space. I want to find some asteroids. I want to mine some stuff. So I found an asteroid with gold and platinum on it. I was like, okay, they're gonna like this. They're gonna say, good actually that you went to space and they ignored us. Then the bad thing came. I saw 3 enemy fighters coming in. Also, right, why? I saw 3 enemy fighter drones coming in. First one drone came. I was like, okay, I can easily take that out. I read his name, Mark II fighter drone, corrupt. I was like, shit, Mark II. Okay, my turrets can maybe handle them. I was like, okay, let's stay over here. I'm sure my turrets can handle them. Then another one popped up. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start to worry. And then a third one popped up, and I was like, okay, hell no, I'm out of here. So what I did, I was going back to the planet Earth, but they were catching up to me. So that was a little bit of a problem. I was like, okay, new plan, going behind the asteroids. But it are drones. They're designed to literally go exactly to you. No ways around you, around the asteroid. I was behind the asteroid. I was like, please do not come around the asteroids. You know, what they did, they literally face planted into the asteroids. It was hilarious. So I was like, okay, I need to tell the story to the boys. So I flew back to the Earth, I landed, and they were like, Thomas, why is the damage on your ship? And I was like, okay, I got a big story to tell you guys, and I told the entire story, and they kind of laughed. So they said, okay, Thomas, it's time to make a fighter for your in space. So I designed this fighter. It's a pretty nice design, I think. Yes, I'm more of the kind of guy who's normally efficient, trying to be efficient, not going for the looks, not going for the armor. With this thing, I did it entirely the other way. I went not efficient. Well, okay, actually it's a little bit efficient because it's not heavy armor blocks, but light armor blocks, which I should probably have made like heavy armor blocks. I'm thinking about it. So I made this thing, and they were like, Thomas, I thought you were going for efficient and just making it work. I was like, nah, let's just do it. Let's just make a nice fighter, 3 turrets. The old fighter had 2 turrets and had no armor actually. So, and they were like, Thomas, why are the iron trusses over here? We also need defense on the Earth. I'm like, okay, listen to this. If I want this thing to work in space, I do not want a large hydrogen tank on here. I want to only have power on this thing, so that I don't easily get shut down. They're like, okay, I will understand that, but you also need to make the fighter for over here. And I'm like, boys, we got turrets. We got in total 4, 5, 6 turrets. They're like, okay, yeah, you're right. So I went to space, got a lot of critical gold and magnesium in order to make some ammo for the fighter. And they were great. No problems at all. We got some gold. We got some platinum for the turret over there, the missile turrets. And Kevin actually started working on this rover over here, and I'm really impressed by the looks of it. I really love how it looks, how the control room looks. You can easily just sit over here and just watch as he drives. Yeah, I really don't have enough time to actually give you an entire, tell you guys the entire story. So I will spread that out over multiple times. I'll tell you guys more about the entire story later. But yeah, guys. So anything else I want to tell you guys right now? Let's think. Not really, I think. Let's think. Oh yeah, also, by the way, these were my first little bit of a, this was my second most recent thing I made. It's a pretty big cargo ship. It is designed to literally transfer hydrogen, and you can see a hydrogen tank right over here. It's a small hydrogen tank of a small ship. Yeah, it's designed to make transfer cargo. That's also why these large atmospheric thrusters are here. So, and we also have the miner over here, which first had a small drill bit. I was like, okay, that's a little bit too small. I don't really get a lot of ice in a short time. So I made this thing on it. They were like, my friends were like, Thomas, why so large? It was pretty funny. So that's a little bit of the story right now. How we're doing, what's going on right now. I've heard it. Yeah, that's gonna be it right now. So okay, out of the roleplay right now, that was a little bit of how I would roleplay in videos, upcoming videos. So a lot of the story. Hey, how the hell did that just happen? Okay, whatever. You did not see anything. This is a little bit how the roleplay is gonna go. Yeah, just roleplaying a crap ton with our friends. And we're just gonna try make it fun for you guys to watch. And when I'm telling a story, like when we were in a battle, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell the story, literally like sit right over here, or sit in a seat. I really can't do that. Just sit in a seat, tell you guys a story, and while the story is ongoing, I will give you like flashbacks of the fight, for example. So what I will do, I will record when I'm going to space or while I'm building. I'll probably record everything I do. So when I'm telling a story, I will show the footage of me doing that in like black white. Tell me guys if you like that idea. So that's going basically be how the roleplay series is gonna go. Yes, this is gonna be a roleplay series, not actually survival series. We're gonna make this a roleplay series. This is actually a survival world, so my friends and me are actually surviving. So there won't be a lot of story to tell. A lot will be made up. For example, starting. Entirely made up. Sorry guys to make you guys say it like that. I'll make up a lot of stories and that sort of stuff. If you see no flashbacks, you know it's a made up story. Can't really do anything about that. I can probably roleplay the flashback, like creative modes. That's gonna be basically how we're gonna do this series. I hope you guys will actually enjoy the series, just like I will probably. My friends will. By the way, guys, Kevin and Calvin, keep up the work. You guys are doing great on the base. Base is looking great. That's looking great. Yeah. I'll probably see you guys next time. Gaming Frame out.